Good, how are you?
Good. So for those of you that haven't used Zoom before, you can use the unmute button if you want to chat with us. I see somebody's also putting a message in the chat window, so you can use the chat window as well. You can feel free to turn on your camera if you like, so you can see everyone, kind of make it more interactive, or if you prefer not to turn on your camera, that's okay too. Totally up to you guys. So we're waiting for a few more people. We'll just kind of hang out until everyone gets here. In the meantime, we have a little slideshow with some of our pictures from our different events. So feel free to enjoy the slides and the pictures, and we'll get started soon. So everyone is interested in criminal justice or Homeland Security? Just to confirm, is anyone looking for any other major? All right, sounds like we're all in the right spot then. All right. Hello, Erin. Welcome. We have Allison. Hi, Allison. Looks like we're looking for maybe 3 or 4 more people. So we'll just hang out for a moment or two. All right, so we'll give it about 2 more minutes to see if anyone else is going to join us, and then we will jump right in. So I just want to make sure everyone can hear us before we start. So I'm just going to call out your name. If you can either unmute and let us know that you can hear us, or you can use the yes checkbox in the participant menu, or you can use the thumbs up. So I have Allison.
Yes, I can hear you.
Great, welcome. I have, next is Erin. I got to check, okay. Emma, we already chatted with you, so we know you can hear us. Garrett?
Yep, all good.
Awesome. We have Jared.
Yep.
Great. Lewis?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome. Victoria?
I can hear you.
Perfect. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started, and then if anybody else joins us, we can always go over it again with them, anything that they might have missed. So welcome to our virtual open house. We're so happy that you're able to join us. My name is Joe Walsh, and I teach the digital forensics courses as well as cybersecurity courses here, and I'm also the director of the Master of Arts in Criminal Justice program. So we'll talk a little bit about that as well. And I'd also like to introduce Dr. Yela, and I'll let him say hello.
Hello friends, welcome. My name is Ahmet Yayla. I teach our Homeland Security courses, including counterterrorism, intelligence, introduction to Homeland Security-like courses. I am also the director of Center for Homeland Security, which we have recently established, and we are going to talk about it as well. Welcome again.
Yes, thank you everyone so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. If you have any questions as we're moving through, feel free to either unmute and use your microphone, or you can also use the chat box. And we will have time at the end for questions as well, but if you have anything that's pressing, feel free to let us know. So we have a presentation that we're going to share with you, and this is just going to kind of walk through some of the background about our programs, and then certainly we'll be happy to answer any questions. So I think you've all told us that you're here for criminal justice and homeland security, so you've made it to the right place. So we're going to talk to you about those different options that we have for you. Some examples of our programs, we have our Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice in the Criminal Justice program, and you can do that as a major or a minor. And a lot of students do complete a minor or they do a dual major. So someone was asking about doing a dual major in computer science and criminal justice. A lot of people do that. We have a lot of students who do a dual major in criminal justice and homeland security. So there's a lot of flexibility. We also have our master's program in criminal justice, which we will talk about. One of the exciting things about the master's program is you can actually take some courses in your undergraduate career without paying extra, and they count towards that master's degree. And then we also have several graduate certificates that we'll talk about that can be completed online. Our tracks in digital forensics, we have several tracks in criminal justice, which include digital forensics. So digital forensics is recovering evidence from electronic devices, everything from computers to cars to drones to laptops and tablets. We also have our intelligence track. We have a pre-law track and also a rehabilitation track. We have several specialized courses available. So we have a digital forensics course and a mobile forensics course. So this allows you to learn how to get evidence back from these devices. We also have our forensics and criminal investigation course, and as well as a crime lab course. We have an organized crime course, intelligence and security. We have several terrorism and counterterrorism classes, and Dr. Yela will talk to you a little bit about that. We also have community corrections, a mock trial course, and we also have a course called Dangerous Minds, the Psychology of Antisocial Behavior. So if anyone has heard of Dr. Catherine Ramsland, she's one of our professors and she teaches that course. She is a famous author. She's written more than 60 books, including a book on the BTK killer, which is the bind, torture, kill serial killer. She communicated with him for over 5 years before writing a book with him, which is very, very interesting. She also has a new TV show out called Murder House Flip, where they look at houses where there were murders and then fix those houses up and try to, kind of repair them and get them ready to be sold. I'll let Dr. Yela talk to you about the Homeland Security major.
Hello again and welcome again. So our Homeland Security major was recently opened. It's been like almost 5 or 6 years now. We offer a Bachelor's of Arts major and also a minor in Homeland Security. So regardless of your major, you can always minor in Homeland Security. It is essentially 6 more courses, and you can work with your advisor to easily get a minor in Homeland Security as well. Beyond our regular Homeland Security major, we are also offering Masters of Criminal Justice, including different expertise areas where you can choose between through different graduate certificates. For example, we have recently added the graduate certificate in counterterrorism forensics, where we teach our students to carry out forensic investigations on terrorists and terrorist suspects' computers, cell phones, etc. Another concentration is called counterterrorism investigations. Basically, we teach our students to carry out investigations focusing different terrorist activities and incidents. Beyond our majors and minors, right now, we have just started to offer a new track, which is called Data Analytics and Artificial Intelligence. Basically, it is a brand new track, and we offer that track as a minor in data analytics and also a concentration in applied intelligence. As you can all know, AI is the future, and there are a lot of different majors where AI and data analytics are offered. So we decided to offer this concentration at DeSales to help our students to have a better future when they graduate. Our courses include cybercrime, disaster preparedness, critical infrastructure protection, emergency management, terrorism and counterterrorism, intelligence and security. Our Homeland Security program is very rich. Our professors are experienced faculty members who either in the past worked in the related disciplines or still working in jobs regarding or related with Homeland Security. I think we can pass this. Next slide, please. So recently we have just established a new center. It is called Center for Homeland Security. And the idea was making DeSales University an attraction point for Homeland Security related activities, including research, education, training. And moreover, we wanted to have local and national connections where we can offer our students internships while they are studying at DeSales. Through our connections with different departments, companies, institutions, now we are offering our students to have their internships as they study at DeSales. Now what that provides is essentially it becomes an opportunity for the students who are taking their internships with different agencies or private businesses, as they can get hired as soon as they graduate. For example, this summer, one of our students is starting her internship. Her name is Teresa at Philadelphia Homeland Security Investigations. And most probably she is going to get hired as soon as she graduates next year by them. Another student who is graduating this year has just started his internship at Lockheed Martin here in Pennsylvania, and he is going to get hired by them. We have several opportunities for our students beyond the education activities here at DeSales, and this center interacts a bridge between the businesses and government agencies and our students, where we can introduce our students to those entities for their future jobs. Okay.
All right, so
you
here you
wanna
can
talk-
see some of our faculty members. So we have Jennifer Moore, who is our attorney, and she teaches all of our law classes and criminal procedure, and she's an associate professor. And we also have Professor Sipe. He is a retired state trooper, so he teaches a lot of our law enforcement classes and our criminal investigation classes. He worked as a homicide detective for the majority of his career. We also have Dr. Bulger, who teaches our criminology courses and research methods courses. So she handles most of those academic style courses. And then you have, I don't know why my slides keep moving on their own. So then you have me, Joe Walsh, and I teach the digital forensics courses and also the cybersecurity courses. And then, of course, we have Dr. Yela.
So formerly I was a chief of police in Turkey. I was the chief of counterterrorism and operations for 20 years in Turkey. I had my PhD and master's here in the United States back in 2000. And after retiring in Turkey, I moved to the United States. And now I teach for DeSales.
We have lots of different activities that are very fun, a lot of hands-on activities. So we have a crime scene house on campus. So this is a 4-bedroom house that we use for crime scene exercises. So it's located just a few feet off of campus, and we have a walking path to get there from campus. We set up mock trials there. We set up mock crime scenes. We also do digital forensic exercises, training courses. There's a classroom there. We also have the ability to do emergency management and different types of drills there as well. We have a shooting simulator there where students can practice, those who are interested in law enforcement, they can practice with a shooting simulator with a fake weapon and proceed through different scenarios. We also host a murder mystery dinner there, which is very exciting, and different kinds of simulations. So here you can see a picture of the crime scene house on the left, and then on the right, this is actually inside the crime scene house, one of the exercises that we did there, which was a lot of fun. We also have an Act 120 program, which is a very exciting way to save money and time. We have a couple different ways for you to do that. So if you're interested in being a police officer in Pennsylvania, you have to go to the Police Academy, and the Police Academy is the Act 120 program. So what's very exciting is we've partnered with the Allentown Police Department, and students can actually go to the Police Academy as part of their undergraduate career. So in your senior year, spring semester, you would actually go to the Police Academy rather than taking classes. The Police Academy counts for you those final 5 courses that you need to take to finish your degree. The cost of the Police Academy is covered through your DeSales tuition, and you can still live on campus during this time. It allows you to earn your bachelor's degree as well as your certification in Act 120 at the same time. So typically a student would graduate with their bachelor's degree, then have to go to the Police Academy for 6 months. And you also have to pay for it. It's between $6,000 and $7,000. Here, you actually get to attend the academy as part of your undergraduate courses. You don't have to wait that extra 6 months. You don't have to pay extra. And then as soon as you graduate, you're ready to go right into a police job. So this is very exciting, and it's a great way to save time and energy and effort. You do have to have a 2.5 GPA. You also must be 21 years of age. And there are some tests that you have to take. So there's a physical fitness test. There's also a psychological test and a criminal background check. So you'd have to do those different things in order to get into the academy, but really a nice program. Another thing that we have that lets you save time and money is we have a 5-year combination bachelor's and master's degree. So in 5 years, you can earn your bachelor's degree and your Master of Arts in Criminal Justice. So the way that this works is in your senior year, you would take 3 graduate courses, and those courses would not cost any extra. They're part of your regular undergraduate tuition, and they would count both towards your undergraduate degree and towards your master's degree. You can either apply as an incoming freshman, or you can apply in your junior year. You do have to have a 3.0 GPA to be part of this program, and there are several different options that you can pick from. So we have digital forensics, investigative forensics, we have criminal justice leadership, and then as Dr. Yela mentioned, we have our Homeland Security and counterterrorism investigations, which is new, and we also have our counterterrorism digital forensics program. So those are our 2 new programs, but really a nice way to save some money. And even if you don't want to stay for the 5th year, you can still take those 3 graduate courses in your senior year for free, and then you have 7 years to complete your master's degree. So if you come back, say 5 years later, you would already have 3 of the 10 courses done towards your master's. So it's really a nice way to kind of get ahead of the game. So I'll let Dr. Yela talk about some of our internship opportunities.
So at DeSales, we valued our internships very much. We offer internship courses during the education of our students. And what we use is our previous connections with different agencies and businesses, and we encourage our students to take internships at those places. You can see some of the places where our students attended for their internships: U.S. Marshals, FBI Honors Internship Program, Lehigh County Regional Intelligence and Investigation Center. So basically, this is one of the intelligence centers here at Lehigh Valley, and several of our students interned there, and we still have a very good connection with them. Last summer, there were 3 of our students who went there for their internships. And basically, they learn how to collect intelligence and carry out investigations. Lehigh County Digital Forensics Laboratory, we partnered with the Lehigh County and opened a forensics laboratory here at DeSales. Because the laboratory is on our campus, we send around 5 to 6 students every year for their internships, where our students learn how to forensically examine digital devices, including cell phones, computers, and other devices. And a few of our students were hired by the Lehigh County and right now working for this laboratory after they graduated. And almost all local police departments, we are in touch, and our students get their internships at those local police departments. Lehigh County Computer Crimes Task Force, Office of Children, Youth and Youth Services, juvenile probation, Lehigh County Coroner's Office, and we are expanding our agenda with private businesses as well. As I recently mentioned, Lucky Martin has just accepted one of our students as an intern. In Philadelphia, the Department of Homeland Security is represented by Homeland Security Investigations in Philadelphia, and one of our students has just got accepted for her internship, and she is going to be starting in a month or so. And we are hoping that she is going to get hired by the Department of Homeland Security after she graduates this next year. Welcome, Father Jim.
So we have Father Jim joining us. He's our president.
Yes.
Father Jim, do you want to say hello?
I don't want to interrupt, but is it okay?
Sure, no
course,
problem.
sure.
Hey, everybody. It's great to see you all. You're in good hands there with Dr. Yala and Joe Walsh. I'm really happy that you guys are doing this. Did Dr. Joe Walsh tell you that he did this amazing webinar yesterday on cybersecurity?
We haven't talked about that yet.
Yeah, there were like 350 people in there, right?
Yeah, we had about 270 people join us, which was awesome.
Okay. And I'm so happy everyone came to the virtual open house, and you know, we're really looking forward to see you as future Bulldogs, everybody, okay? All right,
Thank you,
don't let me
Father.
interrupt anymore. I just wanted to see what was going on.
Sounds good,
Thank you.
Father Jim.
Okay,
Thank you.
So one of our exciting things that we have is our Criminal Justice Association, or CJA. So this is a club that allows social activities where we can help the community and also learn about criminal justice and homeland security. So there's a lot of different things that we do. We talked about the shooting simulator, so we get to do that. We also set up mock crime scenes. One of our students set up a physical fitness program where the students who were going to be attending police academies could practice their running and could practice their different physical fitness skills. We have speakers visit our campus very frequently to meet with our students. We've had very exciting speakers. Recently, we had an FBI agent who has an electronics detection dog that can actually, just like a drug dog would find drugs, this dog can actually find electronic evidence. So flash drives and computers and cell phones. So that's very exciting. We've also taken several trips. So we've been to Washington, D.C. We have been to the FBI Quantico Academy. We've been to Philadelphia. We visited some court proceedings. We've also been to New York City. We frequently tour the Allentown Police Academy, where we can see what the police academy looks like, and we get to witness some of their training. We've also been to the Northampton County Prison, and we perform several different community service activities. So for example, a lot of our students take care of parking and security at the Bethlehem Celtic Fest, and this is a great way for us to give back to the community, and also our students get to establish relationships with local law enforcement and other agencies, which helps them in their job search because these agencies become familiar with our students. We just have a couple photos. So this was our trip to Philadelphia, PA. So this is actually at the Franklin Institute, and we went there as part of our Philadelphia trip. We went to the Liberty Bell, Franklin Institute, and actually kind of a funny story. My wife and I had our wedding at the Franklin Institute, and right there where Ben Franklin is, that is where we had our reception. They set up tables right in that area, and we had a lot of fun there. So it was pretty cool. We also, like I mentioned, went to Quantico. So if you've heard of the FBI Academy, it's a really amazing place. They have Hogan's Alley there, which is a simulated town where they conduct, and I apologize, my slides keep changing here, but they have a simulated town where there's stores, there's restaurants, there's movie theaters, there's houses, and we actually got to witness the FBI agents doing training exercises and seeing them serving a search warrant at one of these fake houses. So really great, again, networking opportunities that are awesome. We also have the American Criminal Justice Association. So this is a nationwide organization. It's a professional fraternity, and it allows students to network with other criminal justice students as well as professionals. So we have training conferences twice a year. Once is a national conference, it's a week long, and once is a regional conference, which is 3 days long. And our chapter is known as the Delta Epsilon Sigma Upsilon chapter, or DESU. So we actually got to host the regional conference as well as attend several of these conferences. There's training opportunities, and students also get to compete, which is very exciting. So they compete in physical fitness, they compete in written testing. They also set up a mock crime scene where you go in a team of 3 and you investigate the crime scene. And there's training or awards for all of these different things, trophies. So you can see here we are with some of our trophies that we won. So we had a lot of fun doing this. It's really great for the students because they get to participate in, for example, physical agility contests that is similar to what they will do in the police academy. They get to investigate a crime scene, which is similar to what they'll get to do in the real world. So it's a great networking opportunity. It's a great way for them to learn new things, meet new people. And a lot of our students find jobs through this organization. They are able to get opportunities because of this networking that they would not have previously had otherwise. And then we also have study abroad opportunities. So here you can see an example of a study abroad trip. So we've had our students go to England, they go to Italy, a lot of different options. You can go for an entire semester if you like. We have a study abroad program, or we also have classes with a travel component where you would go away just for a week, for example, to a different area to do some studying abroad, which is really exciting. So Dr. Yela, anything you want to add there? That's the end of our official slide presentation.
I think our strength as DeSales comes from the fact that our faculty had been in the past with several different agencies and private sector where we can steer our students for their future and their future opportunities when they are seeking jobs. Not only we make sure that the state of the art and most recent literature is taught here at DeSales, but at the same time we share our own experiences so that the students can learn from real life histories and narratives.
Yeah, I think that one of the best things that we have is really that not only the experience of our faculty and how they've worked in the field before, but also the hands-on activities that we have. So, you know, the ability to be in a crime scene house, the ability to work in digital forensics, for example. We have the popular forensic software installed in our lab, so students get to actually use the software. It's not a scenario where you're watching, you know, Joe teach you what to do. You're actually working on it hands-on. You actually have the software installed and you get to work on the actual evidence, which is really great. So we have a lot of hands-on things.
Under normal circumstances, if somebody would like to take those courses, it would cost thousands of dollars. Even just one software for one computer is $3,000-4,000. So this is a great opportunity for our students to learn how to work on forensic investigations.
And it's really helpful when you go to look for a job and you can tell them that you've worked with Cellbrite, you've worked with Ncase, you've worked with all this software. So yeah, that's a great point. Can we answer any questions for any of you? Feel free to unmute your microphone and ask a question or use the chat box. The one other thing to mention, like Father Jim said, we had a cybersecurity and digital forensics conference yesterday. So this was our 3rd annual. It's typically held on campus, but obviously we were not able to hold it on campus because of the current situation with the coronavirus. So we actually had it as an online competition, conference and competition, and our friends from the Pennsylvania National Guard actually set up a hacking challenge where we had 60 people competing in order to complete a hacking challenge. We had prizes for the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place winners. So it was very exciting. And then we had 6 different speakers talking about cybersecurity and digital forensics. It was really a great outcome and a great job, a great number of people. So we like to have different events like that. Any questions at all? So typically when we meet in the classroom, we have prizes if you ask a question, but obviously we're online, so we can't, we'll have to send a prize to you in some way.
So Garrett, I guess you were going to ask something.
I was just gonna ask, what would an internship at one of the local police departments look like? Like, what would you be doing exactly?
So it really depends on the police department. We've had several students complete internships at local police departments, and it really depends where you are. Some of them allow students to ride along with the officers and actually get some, experience with seeing what that looks like. And we've had students where they'll actually take them to the shooting range and let them practice shooting when the officers go to qualify. We've had students that have worked alongside the detectives conducting investigations. One of our students was actually an intern doing work at the sheriff's department with gun permits and running background checks for gun permits, and they actually hired her part-time to continue working there after the internship. So it really depends where you are and kind of what their rules are, but some of them are really exciting. You have a lot of a lot of exciting opportunities when you go on these internships.
Thank you.
Yeah, great question.
Any other questions?
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. Certainly feel free to stay around if you want to ask any questions. We'll be here until everyone leaves, so feel free to hang out. If not, if you want to drop off, feel free to do that, and we thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you in person, either in the fall or next fall. I know some of you are looking, some of you are juniors and some of you are seniors, so we are certainly excited to have you in the future. A couple things to think about. In the summer, we have a crime fight training camp. So this is a 3-day camp, and FIGHT is FITE, which stands for Forensic Investigator Training Experience. So students are able to participate in a crime scene exercise. They get to do some fingerprinting. They get to learn about digital forensics. They get to take a trip to the coroner's office. A lot of exciting things, and that is available in the summer, and that's exciting if you're interested in that. We also have, if you are a junior, we have an overnight event every February, so certainly keep in touch with us. The overnight event allows you to visit us on campus. You get to have dinner with the students. You get to spend the night with one of our current students, and basically you can, see what it's like to be in the dorms and eat the food. The next day you get to visit the classes and see what the teachers are like, and you also get to participate in a crime scene exercise as well. So certainly if you're interested in that, then we would love to see you in February for that. And if you're going to be with us in the fall as a student, then you actually get to participate in that crime scene exercise. You can be one of the suspects or one of the victims, and so you'll get to participate in that as well.
Thank you.
No problem. So we
Goodbye.
did see a question pop up here in the chat. Can you major in criminal justice and minor in pre-law? Let me double check in the catalog real quick. I'm pretty sure that you can do that.
Yes.
But before I lie to you, I will double check. So let me just pull up the minors here. We have a law and society minor. So you could major in criminal justice, and then you could take the law and society minor.
Which is basically.
Or you could complete the pre-law track as part of, so we have a CJ pre-law track as well. So you have kind of two options there, depending on what you're interested in. No problem.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Take care. Thanks for
Goodbye.
joining us.
Goodbye. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
You
Take
are
care.
welcome. Bye.